Yeah, let's get it started.
Let's sing the actual version. Sing the actual version.
Where's Greg? He's here, not here interrupting me.
Hi, Nick. I'm
Hi,
here.
Greg. Hi, Greg. We thought we lost you. You weren't interrupting me as soon as I started going live. So now I have to interrupt the live stream.
Nick. There'll be plenty of time to interrupt you later.
Me. All right.
My cool glass.
That is cool glass. I got a pretty cool glass fitting for tonight, but we'll get started with what tonight. This is the first time in quite some time. Actually, I'm not really sure how long it's been that we are doing a real BA 101 of a beer that we have not done a BA 101 on. At least I hope we haven't. I didn't look it up. I'm pretty sure looking up the history of this beer, pretty sure we haven't done this because I don't remember looking this up. But we're gonna do a beer that, to be totally honest, I've been pre-gaming, so I'm cheating a little. This is Cerveza Sol from Mexico. So a Mexican Cerveza lager, basically just Mexican lager. Right on. Okay, so let's move on. Let's take a look who we got with us, starting with the Beard, who's doing some
the Beard
parlor trick.
Fancy.
That bottle's gonna blow up when you open it.
Somehow it's gonna end up in a broken rib.
Didn't you work it as a bartender at one point there, Gary?
I may have at a restaurant that you guys had never heard of before.
Oh yeah.
I used to juggle them. I used to put pieces of fabric in the top of them, cover it letter fluid, and make them be on fire when they were juggled. It was fun. It was good times.
Wow.
Probably against some kind of safety code or something, but I don't know.
I wonder if Lady Lee ever juggled her beer at her restaurant of choice, which wasn't the Moose.
No. Their bar area, they could, but when I worked at the Moose, the area behind the bar was huge. Like the Lulu Dogs is more of a standard, just the kind of hallway bar, if you want to call it that. Yeah. Anyway, that's me. Hello, what's up?
We're learning about restaurants in North Bay. How exciting!
Mm-hmm. All right.
This has no smell.
All right, thank you, Care Bear. We'll come back around to you. All right, so tonight we've got Lee and Rob on camera. How you folks doing tonight?
Call him Lob.
One's
fantastic.
One of them is AI.
Lob?
Price is right.
Or is it Lob or Ree?
Look at my bottle.
It's a bottle of Riffic.
Blah 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 brie.
Sexy bottle. It's a nice. That's a nice salt and pepper shaker. Future salt and pepper shaker.
I wonder if they're gonna do a trick where
the restaurant I used to work at did that with Corona bottles. That's fucking.
That's for the OnlyFans, Greg.
I'm paying.
Somebody from the health board or whatever for Ontario came in, and apparently you're not allowed to do that, but they were doing it at one point.
What? Stick a bottle up your butt?
I thought you could actually buy the bottle.
Repurposing a Corona bottle as a salt and pepper shaker.
Keep doing this.
Oh.
It's like an animated, like an on loop here. They have nothing to say. It's just this animated gif of them rubbing a bottle.
I mean, Jamie's gonna do it.
All right, I'm gonna assume that you guys are doing great.
Yes, I'm exhausted, but I'm doing great.
I finished work like 5 minutes ago.
So. I finished coloring a picture for tomorrow, which is still work.
You finished work 5 minutes ago. Like, did you? Like you said, you drove to Alexandria, or did you work from there?
I've been here for this week. I drove here on Saturday after coming back from Geneva.
Which was Sunday when you left.
Yeah, I don't know days. The calendar tells me what day it is.
How do you already have a best teacher ever mug? You've only been teaching for like the tiniest amount of time.
And it's a great mug.
It's just funny.
Yeah, other teachers, you.
Oh, you're a
fancy unicorn. Yeah, Carrie wants to see your credentials. Well, how do we know you're the best teacher ever?
Trust.
I've been called the best teacher.
System.
Oh, okay.
Someone told me that no other teacher could ever help them the way I did because they never understood math, and now they understand math. So, speaks to them. I've gotten the call before. So that's what we're drinking tonight.
Okay, we'll circle back to you folks in a bit. Let's go over to everybody's favorite Greg.
Fun fact. I've been called the best lover ever by a hooker I was paying. So there we go. we have so many coincidences.
She just wanted to make sure you get a tip.
It did require the $5 extra, and that was on top of the $5 for the extra happy ending. So I mean, my God, I was a big
that would
Look at my glass. It's cool. Look cool with head, but everything looks cooler with head. I'm okay, Nick. How are you? Are you watching the hockey game of some sort, Nick?
Sports
now
ball.
You've muted yourself. Now you've muted yourself.
Best host ever.
I hear Montreal's playing tonight.
Now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, I moved a screwdriver on my desk and it hit the mute button on the microphone.
It's always the IT guys that just have this fucking random catastrophe happens and they mute themselves.
Well, I was just thinking, like I've had this microphone, according to Facebook Memories, I've had this microphone 10 years as of yesterday. I bought it with my last AdSense check from Google for the YouTube channel. 10 years. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, it's got
I bought this for $15 on Amazon. It works fine.
Yeah, this microphone, it's a nice microphone, but it's got this fiddly little like touch sensitive mute button on it, which I fucking hate.
Put a piece of duct tape over it or something.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll work. All right, so now I suppose everybody's heard from me already, so I'm doing fine. Actually, I don't even think we asked Greg how he was doing. He was just sort of.
I said I was doing fine, but thank you for asking me again. I'm doing very well tonight, Nick. I'm on beer number 2, so the night's only going to get better as I get further into the 6-pack.
You know what? It's been a while since I've had to do this, but yeah, we actually have a history for tonight to the 3 people watching, which will it's actually 4 now. Soon to be like 1 after they get bored to death listening.
Are we supposed to be doing history now?
Yeah, we're doing history now. I'm going to read the history of this beer, which is Sol from Mexico. So this is Sol. Traces its origins to Orizaba, Mexico, located outside of Mexico City. Orizaba is said to be the closest city to the highest point in Mexico. Therefore, was the closest brewery in Mexico to the sun. In the years following Napoleon III's 1861 attempted invasion of Mexico, Napoleon III of France, an influx of European immigrants arrived, bringing with them their traditions. In the German tradition, and as some say, brought in by European influence to help modernize Mexico, several German-style breweries popped up across the recently independent country. Before this, the most popular fermented beverage in Mesoamerica was pulque, a sour white fermented beverage made from the agave plant dating back to the Aztecs. One such brewery in 1899. It sounds interesting.
I've heard of that before.
Like agave is tequila plant, right?
Yeah, I knew that, but I've never heard of anything else made from it. That sounds pretty cool. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, so thanks for your.
Yeah, they make
at one such brewery in 1899, Sol was created by a German brewmaster working at the El Salto de Agua brewery in Mexico City, which means the waterfall, using locally available ingredients, so like corn, barley. The story goes that he named the beer El Sol after a ray of sunshine that fell through the cracks in the roof onto a pot of the beer as they were brewing it during the brewing process, illuminating the beer. Backwards. So, in the early 1900s, the name was shortened to just Sol, and marketing at the time said the beer was brewed using the waters closest to the sun. El Salto de Agua was a small local brewery until it was bought out by Cerveza Moctezuma, makers of Dos Equis, in 1912, and was relocated to Orizaba. This expanded its range to all across Mexico.
Montreal scored.
Yay, Montreal!
Thank you for distracting me. Actually, that's a good distraction, so I'll take that.
I thought you'd like that one.
Awesome. I didn't catch who it was.
How are the Maple Leafs doing?
I don't care. 1912, relocated Orizaba. This expanded and ranged all across Mexico. Cerveza Moctezuma and Cerveza Cuauhtémoc, makers of Carta Bianca, Tecate, Bohemia, and Indio brands, would later merge in 1985 to become Cerveza Cuauhtémoc Moctezuma, Mexico's second largest brewing conglomerate behind Modelo, which Modelo is the company that makes both Modelo and Corona. Meanwhile,
what's the name of the dark beer they make, Nick? I can't remember the name.
Right, we'll go into that later. So, meanwhile, the Sol brand disappeared from the market for many years, but was reintroduced in 1993 and is now exported to 70 countries around the world. Cerveza Cuauhtémoc Moctezuma partnered with Heineken International for distribution in 2004 and would eventually be merged with Heineken in 2010, eventually becoming Heineken Mexico. While Heineken has a footprint all around the world, production of Sol remains primarily in Orizaba, Mexico. And another thing that's kind of neat, I didn't write this down in my history, is that Heineken or Cuauhtémoc Moctezuma has made a big deal about this beer being brewed. They use solar panels to power the brewing process, so this is literally brewed by the sun. That's actually kind of cool, if you ask me. So Sol becomes in a variety of variations, such as Sol, Sol Light, if there's anything lighter than this, Sol Chelada, which comes in tomato, sal y limon, or so salt and lime, or mango y chamoy, which I'm not sure what chamoy is, but
mango that actually sounds kind of cool though.
That actually sounds good. Like I'd try them all. There's also a Sol Clamato, interesting. Really, and a Sol Cero, which is their non-alcoholic one. So Sol is a 4.5% ABV. It's Mexican cerveza lager brewed with water, malted barley, glucose syrup, and hop extract. They're actually pretty open about mentioning those ingredients. Traditional recipe reports say that flake corn was added to the mash, so that one might assume that this glucose syrup that they call it is just corn syrup, but I couldn't find any record of that. I'm just guessing because usually Mexican lagers are known for their corny content, and as they should be, because it's a main brewing ingredient in Mexico. So, yeah. I
can tell you by the taste, it very likely has corn syrup in it.
Well, probably. All right, so let's circle back around and see if anybody actually has a history on this one before we get to the comments. Here.
So these guys are basically just out in the open, like celebrating their clear bottle, born by a ray of sun, light struck beer.
Yeah,
that's honestly kind of funny to me.
Well, it's a reason why you have a lime in there.
You know what? I didn't need it, but it does make things better, in my opinion. I can't tell you when or where, but there's zero chance I haven't had this at some point in my life. Like Corona, I could name in place at least 1 or 2 times when I had it. This, I know I've had it, but I could not tell you when. I don't think I've ever reviewed on the channel. I don't know if I've ever even reviewed Corona. I haven't done many big name beers on my channel as far as me just reviewing beers goes. But yeah, I'm sure I've had it. I don't know when.
That's yours, sorry.
Nice. All right. We're just gonna leave him on screen until he finishes the bottle.
Just finish it. At this point, just finish it.
Just finish it.
Just
keep it up there. See how long it goes.
There you go. All right, done. Now everybody's gonna do that.
Excuse me.
All right, Lee and Rob, you guys get the close that follow that up. So what's your history with Sol? You all have Sol?
I didn't even click in the first time. I just realized you are drinking the beer out of that mug, and that's just the fucking weirdest thing ever. I love it.
I think it's pretty awesome. I mean,
some wonderful human.
We're talking about the history right now. We're talking not talking about
well, I'm sure I've had this at some point when it was cheaper than Corona.
Yeah. That could be it. That's when everybody tried it. It's like, Corona's expensive. I'm going to get the Sol.
Aren't they around the same price?
I'm pretty sure that's what's in my mind.
This is my history. This right here. Just making memories.
That's best history.
Right. Okay. We'll move right along then. Let's go over to Greg. I'm sure Greg's got an extensive history.
Well, very nice to whoever did that.
Christ.
I mean, this is my third ball of the night. Just finishing this.
Third bottle of the night.
It goes down really easy.
I imagine there'll be some belching tonight. So this is one of those beers again, like Carrie said.
Montreal score again.
Yep.
Sorry.
All right. Hi, Greg.
Yay for sports ball. Yay. Anyways, it's one of those beers like Carrie said. I've had it probably a few times and don't remember because it's not really a remembering beer. I have untapped it twice, so hey, there's that. May 8th, 2017. Okay. And August 14th, 2017, when apparently I say it was better than the last Corona I had. So there we go. This is a beer that I'm pretty sure I've had either at get-togethers with friends where people usually either buy Corona, but again, maybe if this is cheaper, they bought this instead. I don't even know what the price is compared to Corona. It's also like relatives we have that they just buy beer because they don't know what else to buy. They're just like, all right, I'm gonna buy beer, so they're gonna buy either Coors Light, Molson Canadian. But for whatever reason, Budweiser's not usually very popular with randoms. But usually Corona, but then occasionally they'll buy Sol because again, cheaper. So it's like, it looks like Corona. It's a beer, it's fine. So that's probably the situations I've had it. I don't recall any situation where I've actually bought this myself, although I suspect I maybe did buy a can or a bottle at some point to do the untap, but I don't really remember it. So that's my incredible history. It's not the world's best history, but it's my history.
It was a beautiful history, Greg.
It worked for me. It got me excited.
I'm not very good at chugging beer, so I'm just going to pour this into a glass and sip it very nicely. If you want to keep the camera on me, be my guest.
Nice.
Gotta get the pinky out, Greg.
He's gonna savor it.
There you go.
By the way, I've got the pink shirt on today, so you all have to bully me. That's how it works 364 days a year.
We do that. But... All right. Thanks, Craig. I'm going to put me up here, and I'll talk about my history. By the way, Carrie, that was Gooley's second goal of the night. So hopefully, maybe, who knows?
Gooley. Nice. Did you see the highlight of the one just before this one where Suzuki had he had like a second and a half, like he just lined it up and just fucking shot. It was really good, really good.
Nice. I'm glad that Suzuki got it. I'm wondering if
Go Sports! Yay!
If Hudson gets one more assist, he ties the all-time assist record for a rookie. Anyway,
I just want to point out we watched the last game of the NBA Finals when the Raptors won, and Mr. Yay Sports over here.
Yay Sports
screaming his
Greg
head
got so stupid drunk that night too.
Yeah,
losing his shit.
I was gonna say, Carrie, do you have any idea how stupid drunk I was?
I don't
remember
care. I don't care.
Remember when you and I came over?
No, we've never gotten.
When you and I came over and we split a bunch of Bring Out Your Deads and we were stupid drunk. I drank those myself when the Raptor won.
Oh no, I remember you were fucking smashed.
All right, so let's get back to the episode, and I better check my volume because Windows likes to turn me down. I want to be turned on. All right, so
win, I'll get drunk too. Hi, Nick.
Great. Hi, Greg. Well, what about Winnipeg wins?
It won't get
probably not. All right, so like when have I had Sol? I don't really remember the first time I had Sol. I probably had it back in my formative years of trying craft beers, like 2009, 2010. I know that I first reviewed it was back in April 6, 2012. Oh. For review number 252 on Maxwell Star's beer review.
Yeah, this is. He had the toilet seat hockey team.
Even then, I had a Canadians thing up on the wall, and the New Brunswick license plate thing from the front of my old car. What did I think of it? I wrote down it's from Monterey. It's from Orizaba.
Wow.
Did I give a rating? I must have. I usually wrote. Yeah, there you go.
Should check the rating after. See how you compare it without knowing.
Oh, spoilers.
It's a Nick out of 10.
Yeah, that's not fair. I liked it back then, so that's a good sign. I've had it since I tapped it on December 15th, 2015, or December 20, 2015. Again, that was 9 years ago. I'm pretty sure I've had it again since, because when it comes to Mexican Cerveza, I do like Mexican Cerveza lagers, and this has been one of my favorite over the years. So, yeah. All right, so that's my history. Let's go down to the comments. And, of course, Rob Blais says, Cerveza. Wee. Morrison. I ended up picking up a 6-pack of Soul the other day. I've already had a few. Why?
So why does he come? Why does he join the show?
Why aren't you here? Beers for Days says, what's next week's beer? We'll get to that in a moment when we actually talk about it. Rob Blue says, whoa there, we just started. Talk next week. Right. They are efficient. Well, it's true. Or premature. I mean, yeah, we're all a little premature, I think. And all I am. Oh, like you. Okay, that's, yeah.
Now everyone just goes weirdly silent, like
happens one time. Yeah, the first time. The next time you're a little bit more
you're always a little excited.
You go a little longer on the second time. All right.
Yeah. The chat went quiet.
Oh, you know what? I didn't do this, which is the whole.
That is going down the hole. Just remember, Nick,
You
never
do that
go
tornado thing.
The tornado thing.
Yeah.
That's his tongue, Rob. Just imagine what else he can do with it.
Mm-hmm. That's right. They prefer you over me.
Oh yeah.
I'm no longer the favorite queer.
I'm only happy. Yeah, we all love Rob now.
I'm better than you.
Yeah, you just go now.
Yeah. Now you have masculine.
At this point, Lady Lee's basically straight twist.
I just emptied my glass.
There's another one.
Another one.
There's a bunch.
You guys are monsters. Do you have like a bottle opener like hanging like looks like Spider-Man just shot it down to you?
Yeah, man. I've had that for quite some time. So like a retractable thing.
Oh,
that's
cool.
amazing.
Wow.
You're all set up there.
I guess I've never paid attention.
You never pay attention.
This is my happy spot.
When do you pay attention, Greg?
Doesn't need to.
When I have several naked women in front of me.
That's true.
I think even then I only pay attention for about 30 seconds or so.
Yeah. When they're all paying attention to you, right? That's how it works.
Well,
no. He's just premature.
That's why you don't go with a loaded gun. So you're good for the second round.
There's something about Mary thing where you cock one off before you go on a date.
And then you get it in your hair.
Yeah.
Your hair. Oh, it's hair gel.
Yeah, it's really fucking awkward when every time I go to have supper with my wife, I have to go crank one out.
That scene in that
get
movie,
a boner while you're there.
the scene where he zips up his like balls in his zipper near like the beginning of the movie, and they quickly cut to it and show it for a second.
Show a little bit of fag stuck in his zipper. Yeah,
things I've ever seen in a movie to this day.
Oh.
It was so.
Well, listen, underwear's invented for a reason. If you're gonna free ball it with jeans, then you're taking the risk.
Unless I'm wearing swim shorts, I'm not a
man
underwearless person. Yeah, like the fact that a certain friend of all of ours is known as going commando all the time. That's just.
He just wears jeans though.
Still weird to me.
It's true. He doesn't wear jeans. He wears trench coats and nothing else.
If he didn't have to leave the house, I don't think he'd ever like take his house coat off.
He's like this. Apparently, I'm moving.
Hey, the stream I'm watching actually shows commercials. That's fun.
The one I'm watching shows commercials too because it's actually TV.
Oh, look at you, fucking fancy boy, wasting money on stupid shit.
Oh well, it's my folks that want the television, so my dad likes. So I just take advantage of it because it's there.
I had like Kojiko Digital. The last time I had actual TV that I was like watching and paying for was Kojiko Digital Cable. I was probably 24-ish because of like around the time my dad died. So it's like 20
years dates instead of age.
20 years now of just using basically torrent files and stuff like that. That's all I need.
Well, I mean, if it were just me, I just have internet. But it's my folks that have I pay for it.
Here's the thing:
the Rogers bill is like $250 a month here.
One of my
like $100 for internet and the rest of the shit. And they got a phone, but I feel like, well, I'll pay for something. So,
like one of my YouTube fans that wanted to do some editing of my videos. I was trying to get him. I sent him the link to the pirated Vegas fucking file on the Pirate Bay. He lives in Germany. Apparently, in Germany, the Pirate Bay is like low key, like hardcore banned across that. You can't access torrent files in Germany really at all. Apparently,
Lane Hudson's got the assist. He ties the record, the all-time points, the all-time assist record for defensemen.
Really?
I forgot to turn my VPN on the other day, and suddenly, like the next morning, like there's like 6 letters saying, don't pirate our shit.
Yeah, Bell is stupid. Like, well, I don't know if you're with Bell, but yeah, Bell likes to.
I'm with the Rogers, but it's the same thing.
The same thing. Yeah.
By law, they have to. So
it's all that, and that's literally all they do. Like, so that's sort of the sole reason I have a VPN is because those letters are very annoying. And if someday they do change the law,
is it the sole reason you have a VPN?
Well played. Well played. Isn't this Saul?
Brandon saying, "Yeah, see here, the Rogers and Bell get you. Oh, you can pay $100 just for internet, but for $15-20 more, you get cable and phone. Yeah, that's how they rack that up. I don't know how my folks do it. They got like Rogers Ignite and TV, and a bunch of extra cable packages, and a home phone, and it's like $250 a month.
It's not crazy, but."
I don't know.
We have a home phone here that my mom refuses to get rid of, but it's not connected to anything. So technically, I do have a home phone number.
Why does she refuse to get rid of it? You don't even use it, and it's at your place.
My mom is old and weird. I
still remember back in the day, like we had a second phone line, so I could use the internet whenever I wanted.
The number is connected to her business, but I'm just like, well, how is anyone gonna get a hold of you? She was supposed to have it forwarded to her cell phone, but for whatever reason they couldn't do it. I don't know. But the thing is, because it's a bundle, it actually like getting rid of the phone line basically basically the phone line doesn't cost us anything. It might actually be cheaper because Rogers is weird with their bundles and stuff because it's like a joint account. So there's like the internet, her cell phone, the home line. We used to have TV too, but I'm like, yeah, I'm not fucking paying like $150 a month for cable. So
I used to have when I was with Bell with my internet and my phone back in the day. It was all just all in one bill called same kind of thing. Bundle things together and shit. But
I mean, the only reason I even have
we're gonna be going back to something Greg loves talking about. You just break that record. Like you all know, well, Greg might not know, but the whole OV thing finally happened. Broke Wayne Gretzky's record.
I do know that happened.
I'm more impressed with Sidney Crosby's achievement this season. 20 seasons of at least a point a game.
This is fantastic, but at some point, should we be talking about beer?
Yeah, we should. We'll probably.
What show did we join?
We've been talking. I don't know about you guys, but I've been talking about
your Rogers bill
while drinking the beer and forming opinions on it, and then just thinking about it while talking.
It's true. This is a very complex beer.
I need to grab another beer anyway.
But honestly, I'd take this over a Corona. Like this is.
Have we started doing
cold?
Apparently,
like this in a fucking. I'm not reviewing right now at all. I'm just saying like this. I'm just saying like a little kind of, generic things. I like it better in Corona, and I feel like on a patio on a hot summer day, a few of these in a bucket of ice would fucking do the trick. They'd hit the spot.
Yep. And you know what? I'm gonna put. We might as well circle back around and give her final thoughts here, and talk to Kerry about it because he's got some good points.
Like the first one I cracked open, I took 2 good drinks of it before I threw a lime in. The 2 drinks, nothing wrong with it. But I bought a lime, so I wanted to try it. The lime definitely elevates and makes it just have that little bit of a kind of sour, limey tang to it, and it works really, really, really well. Like I'm shockingly happy with this weird fucking thing we're drinking tonight.
shockingly.
Like as far as like a Mexican style lager. This is like I mentioned while you were gone for a minute there. I'd take this over Corona. The only other Mexican style lager I think I've ever had. This would be a 10 as far as the style. And I'm going to go 8 for enjoyment. This is a fucking tasty beer, man. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed.
Right on. Cool.
I might buy. I might
Snoring.
buy more.
You're snoring. This is Arnold's commentary about sports.
Yeah, Arnold cares not for your sports ball. Hey, buddy.
All right. Thank you. All right, so let's go back. Thank you, Carrie. Let's go back over to the Lee and go to the lob.
The lob.
The lob.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and get
a beer review.
Blowjob.
Grab ourselves some snacks. I think it's funny that Nick and I had not planned that out, and we still sang that at the same time.
I mean, I always assume you and Nick are basically the same person, so
We are the same person.
just close your eyes and think of that tonight, Rob.
Yeah, he's the one. I'm the one who's AI.
Whoa. Look.
What happened?
Well, my dad's not
Okay,
a hero like Bob Hardy, but he's pretty good.
No one's
here.
Bob Hardy.
Here. Oh, I totally fuck up. I like one on your finger.
The arm of my chair.
Beer. Do you want to go first? You can go
You
first.
go first.
No, you go first.
Yeah, come on,
You're
Rob.
the
Go
gentleman.
first.
I'm the gentleman, so I go first. That's
Yeah.
how this.
The
works.
gentleman.
All right.
Yeah,
The gentleman
Yeah.
comes first.
The
Yeah, you
patriarchy,
come
that's how it
first.
works. Man, go first. All right.
That's the best
Well,
way.
you drove the furthest, so
Yeah. It's pretty good. I mean, I didn't realize how quickly I had drunk this thing already, and I'm ready for another bottle. So
There you go.
it's a good sign. I've definitely had it before, but I don't know. I feel like it would be good with a little grenadine and a little tequila mixed in. I feel like we could have a soul sunrise, and it'd be
that's looking good. Ooh.
super delicious.
That's the most crazy thing I think I've ever heard. I don't know. Grenadine and in a beer.
Yeah.
You were a psychopath.
I would try it.
Oh, I'd try
He's-
it, but I'd probably
He's
do
got a
like-
sophisticated palate, Carrie.
Okay. Like
I think
wow,
we kick it up a notch. Kick it up a notch
Make-
for a
making
nice
it
summer
like-
day.
a
Buddy
beer.
of mine used to mix.
sunrise,
Buddy
that's-
of mine used to mix grenadine and root beer. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, because soda pop doesn't have enough sugar. Let's just add more.
Yeah, it's true. Because root beer is like the sweetest of all fucking beer drinks.
I go
All right.
cream soda.
Keep going, Rob. Wait,
You
what do
gotta
you
do
think?
your review.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna give it a 10, and I'm gonna for style because it's really good. And then 8 on personal preference because I think with the grenadine and tequila it would make it that would make it a 10.
Nice.
You are. That,
You're in Redbeard's head.
you're doing some kind of
Really?
tequila fucking pour a pint of Sol, and then do like a half tequila, half grenadine Boilermaker shot and drop it in.
Oh, half. I don't know about half.
I mean, like take a shot glass and go like half tequila, half grenadine. So like half a
Yeah,
shot
okay.
of grenadine, half a shot of each. But still, I think that'd be fucked up, man.
I'm out with the grenadine, but tequila and this would probably go well together.
Hey, Greg, go get some tequila.
Try that.
Yeah,
Get
try
I
some
don't
it.
more.
have any, unfortunately, and the LCBO is closed. So
I'm actually tempted to get some grenadine and some tequila.
How long
I'm
until
gonna
that
try
becomes
this.
a thing? Like you can currently buy here in Ontario until 11 p.m. or actually you could potentially go to a restaurant and buy some random food, and they could sell you a bottle of
yeah, Nick, do you want to just put the show on hold while I drive over to the nearest restaurant and see if
Yeah,
they
you
sell
got
tequila?
to drive
Well,
400
I'm
meters
also
to your
wondering,
nearest
like,
store.
Currently, you can only buy
Pepper.
beer and wine in the grocery stores and corner stores.
Also, a restaurant won't sell you tequila to go.
They can. I'm pretty sure they can.
Tequila, but
They
Are
legally
they allowed
can
to
right
sell?
now.
Yeah,
Are they allowed to sell hard liquor to go?
Oh yeah, but yeah.
No,
Wacky-
not hard liquor.
Wacky-
You can get canned drinks, so you can get canned vodka.
Wacky
drinks and
Wings.
stuff.
Wacky Wings has
Okay, but I
small
could just be
bottles
like,
of Weisers and vodka and stuff that you can sell hard liquor. They totally do, and they can.
Yeah,
wacky
not at
things.
corner stores and grocery stores though.
No, but that was my question. How
At a
long until
restaurant, can you-
that becomes a thing? Possibly.
I feel like that'll be the next LCBO bargaining in 3 years.
I was gonna say that'll be the
Awesome.
next time Ford needs to get some popularity. He'll be like, "All right,
Yeah.
well now
There's a
now
year
you can
left. I
get
better
liquor
cancel
at
this
2 in the
contract for
morning."
$500 million.
Yeah, exactly.
That's son of a bitch.
Buy out that contract.
So beer.
All right. Yep. Beer.
We're having some beers. What's up, everyone?
I'm literally just gonna like basically echo what everyone else is saying. It's kind of this like middle one. It's kind of this easy drinking beer. Like it doesn't have too much taste to it. It goes down really smooth. All I could think of was like this would be the perfect beer to be drinking by Greg's pool all day. Like this is the one that doesn't give me heartburn. It would be like a maintenance beer. It'd be fucking easy to do and just have these all goddamn day. I'd be set. Without the lime or lemon, that just gives me
You'd
heartburn.
probably like the lime. Like you guys don't have limes there, right? I'm
Mm-mm.
assuming no. I feel
No
like
lime,
you
no
got
lemon.
lime
That
too.
gives me heartburn.
I
And
mean,
that's what I'm
we got
avoiding.
clementines, but I
Okay.
don't think that's going to add any.
When
color.
you-
Really? That lime gives
You never
just
know.
a little bit of lime? Really? That's sad.
Mhm.
Boo.
So I would just drink this as
Have a
is.
Tums beforehand and enjoy a limey beer. Would be good.
I would
Limey.
drink this as is, and it would just be my maintenance beer at Greg's pool, just to drink and get like enjoy a good buzz on. Yeah. So hey Greg, coming over.
Yeah.
Like your pool's open. And take out.
I mean, we can open it very quickly. It just won't be very nice to swim in.
Read the new comment. It's random.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, so I think that
Did you come
I-
from France?
it's just like,
Hello,
the thing
hello,
is like
cheers.
friend. Hello from
Cheers. We're
Canada.
drinking beers from Mexico in Canada.
damn it. The thing is about this
All right.
beer, it's a very boring beer. Like it's very basic beer, which is not a bad thing. Like when I'm kind of looking at this, like I find a lot of these beers, even though this one has the corn syrup, like it's not strong. Like you don't taste the beer much. Like it's a very just easy, goes down quick beer. Like you could drink a lot of these in a short period of time. So
Sure.
I've had other Mexican lagers, and the last one I had was better, but this one's pretty close up there. So I'm gonna give this one a 9 for style. And a personal preference, yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with what everyone else. Actually, fuck it. I'm gonna go 8.5 because it doesn't give me heartburn. So I'm just gonna go one above.
8.5.
mug.
All right. 9 and 8.5 for the Lady of the League.
Plus, like, sorry, we started drinking this. So I forgot to put them in the fridge, but they were in our garage. So they were staying chill, but not like cold. So it is warming up. And it's not that bad when it warms up. Like you can tell it's warming up, but it's really not as bad. Like you have anything else that's like your basic fucking bullshit macro whatever. As it gets warmer, it gets nasty as fuck. So to say this one's getting a little bit warmer and it's not getting too bad, I'm pretty happy with that too. So
Right on.
bonus for that.
It's reminiscent of I haven't seen it in a while. Remember, it was a few years ago now when remember Brava, the beer of summer was a thing.
The beer
Yeah.
of
Oh,
summer.
yeah. I remember going to a buddy's house there and helping him with some stuff around his house, and he gave me one. It was warm, and it was surprisingly not bad. It was. I feel like that was like a reminiscent of a Mexican beer. Come to think of it now.
I'm trying to remember that Bravo beer.
Right now,
Oh,
it looks
yeah,
like Lady
Labatt
Lee is
made it.
looking at Rob's penis.
Oh, it was Labatt, really? I didn't know
Oh,
that.
it could be.
Which is
Labatt
not
made
that there's anything
Bravo.
wrong with it, but
Does it still exist?
Now,
No.
it's like a long time ago. I kind
Nice,
of
nice
remember
taste.
this.
So there we're talking.
Yeah.
But
Think about that.
way
That
to
would've been-
interrupt. Way to interrupt Lily. All right, so Lily is
I think she's
done.
done.
So let's Greg come in for the finisher.
You know, it's funny. I actually completely agree with Lady Lee that this is literally the perfect beer for me to be drinking while hiding behind a bush watching Lady Lee drink it by my pool. So, absolutely perfect. I mean, I'm on beer 5. Well, actually, just finishing off beer 4. Very light, very easy beer, drinking beer. So here's the thing: is these Mexican lagers, I haven't had too many of them, but this kind of always reminds me of like, kind of a warm weather beer. Like, if you get like Cristal or I forget, one of them's from Cuba, one of them's from one of them's from Punta Cana, but whatever. You always have these island beers that are always kind of like this. They're kind of very light. They're designed for like, hey, I'm by a pool all day. I'm on my all-inclusive vacation, and this is all I want to drink because frankly, it's probably the only beer available, especially unless you want to pay extra for like bottled beer or something. So I mean, it seems like a good beer. Like the real test of this would be you'd have to drink this on an island for a week and see if you get sick of it. Because I have found most beers, if you drink day after day, even on a nice pool, you will get sick of them. But for what it is today, I don't really have any issues with this beer. I do taste some corn syrup. But did somebody score, Nick? Did your team score again?
No, nothing. No.
Okay.
I'm not sure what you I heard something. I'm not sure that was even Nick.
Oh, I thought that was Nick cheering. So I don't know. Let's blame Rob for that then. Anyways, I do get a little bit of corn syrup, but not a lot. I mean, it's a very watered down beer, but to be honest, I mean, it's about what's Coors Light? Coors Light's 4 or 5%. I think so. Yeah. I think it's more corn syrup than Coors Light.
5. 4.
No, it's in the 4. It might be. You might be right about.
That was just like 4 even.
5, I think.
4.2. 4.2. Greg's got some.
What is the?
Anyway. Yeah, that's 4.5 for this stuff.
Okay, I can't even see it because my fucking lime in the way, and my eyes. I hate that I need glasses.
The Coors
Oh,
Light
got
is
glasses.
a straight. Coors Light is a straight 4%.
I just don't want to grab them. I'm in denial.
Anyway, let's do a quick
Chug.
Well, we're trying to pad the time a little bit. So here's a Coors Light.
Look. Look at my fingers.
Are you drinking a Coors Light?
I am, because I'm a classic.
He's cleansing his palate with a Coors Light.
Yeah, so to be honest, Coors Light's not too bad for a macro, but I do taste. I'm relatively sensitive to corn syrup and beers. I do get more corn syrup off of this than I do with this, so that's a good thing. These are in the beer store on the top shelf, as I sent in our chat the picture. I was worried these would be awful, but they neither smell skunky nor do they taste skunky, so yay for that. Clear bottle could be, I'm assuming maybe these are a relatively fresh batch because spring is just starting.
I'm with you on that. I'm shocked at how clean and not light struck this beer seems. Like it's. I said before, I'm blown away.
To me, I can't
value for $1 too.
I can't read this bullshit date code. I don't know what the fuck that date code means. But I would hazard a guess that these beers probably aren't that old, and it makes sense because it's getting to the season where people are going to start to want to drink these beers. So really what I'm trying to say with this beer is I have no real complaints with it. I mean, I don't really generally mind Corona either. It's not something I seek out and buy. But I find generally, as long as it's not overly exposed to light, it's fine. Like I too would prefer drink it without a lime. Lime changes the flavor, it makes it more like a fucking what are they called? Not chiladas, the lemon lime mix bullshit.
No, I think chilada is
chilada.
Yeah, chilada is the proper term, I think.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
I thought I was confusing it with something else. So yeah, I mean, in terms of a Mexican lager,
sorry.
In terms of a Mexican lager, there's Corona. I've tried other beers. I don't want to say like Cuban and stuff beers. I mean, that's not Mexican. Obviously, it's like, kind of like an island. El Presidente. That's the other one I was trying to think of. And I mean, those are kind of a little bit heavier in this. I think those are 5%, and they drink more like a standard lager. GLB does a Mexican lager. That to me is a lot tastier than this, but I have no clue how authentic it is. But I find it's called Dos something. It's very tasty. Yeah, it's better than this, but again,
it's
not Dos Equis, but it's something along those lines. Like it's a Spanish sounding name. So I mean, this is good. I got no real complaints. I don't have a whole lot to compare it to, which is going to make the actual score for style kind of weird because I'm like, how much do I have to compare this to? So, I mean, I guess as a Mexican lager, I'll give it a 9. Like, I mean, I'll assume the GLB one is mildly authentic, and I would say it's better than this.
Oh yeah, I had that one. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that was good.
That was a while ago.
But I mean, I feel this does deserve a 9. It's fine. It's something. If I was in Mexico, I've actually never been to Mexico. If I was in Mexico, this is probably something I would want to drink. This is something I would want to drink by the pool. Again, like Lady Lee says, you don't think you're going to get heartburn, even with light IPAs and stuff like that, until you fucking have drank like 20 of them by the pool over the course of the day.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, oh, it's like this light beer is really fucking getting to me. So I do really think for like, if you really actually want to drink a lot of beer by the pool throughout the day, something like this probably would work. Maybe I'll buy some more of them and we will test it out once the weather gets better.
Let's do it. I graduate soon.
Perfect.
Let's go to Toronto and drink
In terms of style, I mean, sorry, not style. So I gave you my style. I gave a 9. In terms of personal preference, I mean, again, not much I can really say about this. If you gave this to me on a regular basis, I wouldn't complain about it. There's nothing wrong about it. If you gave it to me by a pool, I'd be like, this is fantastic. If you gave it to me in the middle of a winter day in January, I'd probably say, no, give me an IPA or a stout or something. But again, if I went to Nick's house and this is all he had in his fridge, I wouldn't complain too much about it. So I got to give this a Nick out of 10. I'm going to just go, I'm actually going to give it a true Nick out of 10 because I think a Nick out of 10 is actually, no, Nick out of 5 is 3.75 from what I remember. I would have gone 7, but I'm going to give it an extra half a point. I'll tell you why. Lady Lee might know the answer to this. I don't know if anyone else will. 1899. That date has a significance. Does anyone know what that date of significance is?
I don't.
It's the date the greatest video game of all time, Red Dead Redemption 2, takes place that year.
Oh shit.
So,
Okay, that makes sense.
So it gets an extra half a point for that. So there you go. 7.5 out of 10 for personal enjoyment. It's
7.5.
Surprisingly, and again, this is bottle 5 of 6, and I'm having a good time. So it's hard to complain for whatever the 6-pack was, $13.50 or something.
Yeah,
you know what? I was just going to say, going back to what Rob said, I would mildly disagree. These bottles are small, and it's $13.09 before tax and bottle deposit. I think it was like about $15 for the
That's pretty
6-pack,
30.
which works out to about $3. Well, just under, but still, it's. I can buy some, fucking Haze Mama or fucking.
We're not talking bucket beer here.
Yeah, well.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I'm saying value for what you get. Like you get a can of Haze Mama for $3.65.
I'll give you my thoughts in a second, but
I'm saying it's not super expensive, but it's not any more value
where you want to put your attention and your money harder
in the macro market. It's like bang in the middle. But what's the 6-pack of Corona? Is it more by any like?
No
then
clue.
you'd have to drink Corona.
I got it.
The other thing I'd say about that is, I mean, you're not wrong, Carrie, but not everyone wants to drink an octopus or a Haze Mama or even a.
I'll give you that.
A lot of people are just like,
or the back to back.
Vin Diesel said, well, Vin Diesel drinks Coronas in Fast and the Furious, but this is close
6-pack.
So
6-pack of Corona bottles is $15.49. Also, before, so yeah, it's a decent, again, but it's better. Funny enough, but there is I'll give you that, Rob. There is a decent gap between a 6-pack of this and Corona. But
yeah, I mean, like I didn't know the price, but if you're telling me what a Corona 6-pack's about $2 more expensive?
Just over $2. Yeah, that's
okay. Yeah, I mean, all day, every day. If they're the same price, I might. I
figured with him like but 50 cents or something, maybe 75 cents, but no, like $2. That's
if it's
decent.
If it's too well, that discount tends to multiply as you get a bigger thing. So if I was like, hey, I've got Lady Lee coming over to the pool for a few days, I want to buy a a 2-4, there we go. I'd be like, well, okay, well, this is a better value, and it's at least as good as Corona, if not better. So I mean, it's fine. And again, that's the problem is Canuck is fantastic beer. So is their Sunnyside and their other IPAs.
Right now.
I don't want to drink those by the pool.
A 2-4 of Corona cans is $48.49. It's on sale right now, $3 off. So now we just double check against Sol.
Fuck off, man! Like or Corona, right? 2-4 Corona. Corona is like I'm looking up here. Corona is $32.99 for a 12. 2-4 is $57.99. That's bottles. Cans $55.49 for cans. Still, like you guys are getting beer so much cheaper than we are.
Okay, funny enough, I'm not seeing. Wait, okay, a 2-4 of cans of Sol is $62.99.
Oh, I'll do your pink.
How is Sol more expensive when you buy it by the can?
Are you comparing cans to cans or cans to bottles?
Cans to cans.
Oh.
Corona.
Did you say
cans?
How does that make any sense?
Bottles of Sol are cheaper here. It's $56.99 for
even if you take away the sale for the Corona cans, you're still paying less than a 2-4 of cans of Sol.
Are they the same size cans?
There's a question I can't.
I'd be like, because maybe it might be Tall Boys.
Well, 473 mil for Sol.
So that's Tall Boys.
And Corona. 2-4 bottle.
All right.
Okay.
So Greg's giving his rating.
Corona is in small cans.
Yeah. So that there's your explanation.
That makes sense right there. Yeah.
Which
they're not like small regular cans. They're weird fucking like tall boy thin cans.
I mean, I actually think for the purposes of a pool beer, you're probably better off with small cans because the bottles you get the light, but the tall boys they get hot by the time you finish them.
Unless everybody has like a really good like pool koozie or something like that. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Light, I'll talk about this in my segment, which I'm fucking waiting to do.
Nick,
when it comes to light,
done.
really like okay, like I'm putting myself up here, like it's my turn to fucking talk. When it comes to the whole light struck on, it's like any skunk out of this. I know this bottle was like it's clear. It's been sitting in an open like top like 6-pack case under the lights and NB liquor, and I'm not really getting any skunk from this. I mean, maybe a touch, but none more than expected from some kind of lager with a hint of European style hops. So like this is pretty good for what it is. Yeah, like I get a nice, crisp, clean drink out of this. I got a touch of skunk, but like I mentioned, but it's not bad at all. Toasted corn and a hint of caramel. It almost kind of comes across as like you remember corn pop cereal, like that with a hint of sweet. Maybe not sugary like that, but that kind of corn. Yes, it's corny. But not overpowering like corny and not disgustingly corny. It's just this nice, refreshing, clean drinking hint of caramel taste. Like it goes down stupid easy. This is a solid drinking beer. Like this is one of the reasons. Like I actually kind of love Cerveza beers. This is beyond Corona for me. I would take this over a Corona any day of the week. Any day of the year, any day of the decade. This is fucking great when it comes to cervezas. I like trying different breweries, craft breweries that come out with like a cerveza style beer because I want to try a beer. But when it comes to like the original OG, Corona style, like Corona's not one I would gravitate to because I feel like it's basically just fucking water. This one actually has some flavor to it, yet it's not so overpoweringly flavorful that it makes it cloying. This thing goes down stupid easy. It's got some nice flavor to it. It's one that you could, this is one I could drink like shit. I've already drank 4 of these tonight, and I'm down to this much on my last bottle of it. I wish I had more.
Who came out first?
That would be a bad idea.
These guys are Corona. Who's first?
I didn't look it up. Anyway, to finish my thoughts on this, I know Greg. I almost want to say fuck you, Greg, because you gave it the Nick rating.
Hi, Nick.
because my style, my rating is
1925 per Corona. So assuming this bottle is not lying, it's older than Corona.
Oh, thank you, Greg.
Yeah, so Soul is older. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Sold it.
Sold. Yeah, so for style, definitely one of the best. It's to me, this is the best Mexican made cerveza. Like it's a Mexican style. So I just feel like this is, and you know what? There might be better stuff if you go down to Mexico. There might be like Mexican craft brewers or something, or like different Caribbean lagers. I feel like they all follow a similar theme, where they're this nice, light, easy drinking, not very hoppy beer. Like I've had a number of beers from other countries, like Carib, and it was a Presidente or something like that. I don't even remember all the ones I've had from that people have brought me back from the Caribbean. But they all follow the same kind of general style that Mexican cervezas have, and I feel like this is fucking great. This is one of the best of them. I'm not saying it's like a super exciting beer when you compare it to like the all the craft beers we have. But when it comes to this particular one style, where it's one you want to sit on a beach and you drink all day, I could absolutely crush like a lot of these in a day and not regret it. I would probably regret it if I got a headache, but I mean, I wouldn't regret it because I felt like I was wasting my time on shitty beer.
Day on the beach having fun, I could drink fucking 24.
Or I feel like that grenadine and the tequila will just up this up to that level. Where
yeah, I kind of want to try that.
Annihilated, but sure.
Yes,
how much
I want to try that. Like
one bottle of beer.
Well, you fill this down.
Maybe 4
you
or 5.
Fill this down with the tequila and the grenadine.
Doesn't mix very well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how much grenadine, how much tequila would you put in? Would you put a splash? Or would you put a shot
of tequila? Shot of tequila, splash of grenadine.
Per bottle?
A full shot of tequila in a beer. You were a crazy person. My God.
Wow. Yeah, I would try it. It would probably be pretty freaking
so
good.
Crazy to me.
I kind of want to try this now. I might get a bottle of tequila.
I feel this is something I don't really like grenadine. I'll see if I can get a small bottle and some tequila, and this is definitely something that's gonna be tried in the summer.
Well, grenadine is basically fucking like sugar syrup, isn't it?
I will openly
I don't like sugar syrup.
Up my volume so I'm not getting talked over as much.
Hi, Nick.
I will openly admit the main reason why I picked to do Sol this week is because I've been drinking a few of these lately. So
there you go.
There's one of the greatest things about this is there are only 132 calories a bottle, so that's great by itself. I do love the taste of them. If you're just looking for a good maintenance beer, they are fucking solid.
So you can drink like 24 of them in a day and be totally fine.
Exactly. Like that'd be all you'd eat before getting fat. But all right. So yeah, my thoughts on this one is
talk to your boss at work and see if he'll let you have a couple of lunch.
Allow me to work from home and I can drink Souls all day.
Greg's not wrong. I actually do have beer as my third meal of the day.
Great. So anyway, to finish this off, I was going to give it a 9 for the style, which matches Greg. And then Greg was saying the Nick rating out of 5. Yeah. 7.5 out of 5.
There we go.
7.5 out of 5.
You know what? Yes, I've had 4 of these.
I feel like after everything you just said, everything you just said, I feel like you're giving it I thought you should go at least 8.
Okay, that's a 9 for the style. 7.5.
We're done.
Because I'm not going to go out there and say that I'm going to enjoy this more than a fucking Imperial Stout. So yes, 7.5 out of 10 for my overall enjoyment. There's better beer out there, but you know what? If I were to go and drink a sit on the beach and drink all day kind of beer, this is solid.
How does you saying this is an 8 out of 10 for personal preference make it instantly better in your mind than an Imperial Stout?
I said it was a 7.5 out of 10.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
I said it was 9 for the style.
You said you didn't say 8 because then it would be better than an Imperial Stout. How does that make sense?
No, he's saying there's obviously He's saying
There's
obviously
obviously
better
better out
beers
there.
are out there.
I'm just saying that, like,
No.
after everything you said, how you were gushing over it and stuff, and talking, I figured at least an 8 for the personal preference. But you said no, you can't give it an 8 because it would make it better than an Imperial Stout.
I'm gonna have to turn you to the complaints department, which is Greg.
He was just giving it a general guideline that he was just
okay.
using Imperial
It just
Stout as an
confused
example.
me.
Now, here's one thing I'm going to say to counter Nick's argument. Okay, so this is a 330 milliliter bottle. Nick, if you drank 6 of these, or you drank 6 Imperial Stouts of the same size, you'd hate yourself a lot less the next day by drinking 6 of these. So, in at least one way, it is better than Imperial Stout.
Carolina scored. That's Nick's payback for being weird.
Fuck you. All right. So
better.
Yeah, I'm looking at Brandon's comments. $17.79 for a 6-pack here in NB. That's of Sol. It's $1 cheaper than Corona if you get a 12-pack. And actually, that's quite tempting because I do like this beer.
How does it compare to something like super basic? Like what does a 6-pack of Coors Light cost there?
6-pack of Coors Light. I'll have to look it up.
Like I don't need exact, but I'm just saying
beer prices are fucking messed up. Well, I don't even know like Coors. I don't even know if I can get Coors Light in a fucking 6-pack. An 8-pack is $21.99.
I opened this.
I can get Coors Light in an 8-pack for $21.99, which isn't that bad.
Greg needs to do some kind of a cuvee with the Coors in the
I don't have another bottle. I don't have another bottle to pour it in. Hold on, I can do something, but I'm gonna do it over the sink.
Anyway, so yeah, like it's $31.99 for Sol 12-pack of bottles, and it's $32.99 for Corona. I would sooner get Sol. The other ones I would compare with, like here, we used to get Modelo here. I wish we could, but I remember I didn't like that one. Like I liked it better than Corona, but it's like between this and Sol.
Is that the Spanish or something like that beer?
The Modelo one. Yeah, the Modelo one is better than Corona.
It's on tap at one of the bars here in town. I tried it. It's okay. Again, this stuff is
the coolest things about
my
Modelo
mind.
is
How just easily drinkable.
Bottles.
There's nothing offensive at all to me in this beer. Like
so you guys are gonna have to believe me that in this double Tempest glass is a 50-50 mix of Sol and Coors Light.
Coors Sol.
I'll say the smell automatically way worse. Oh, boobies.
All right, so I'm gonna go back to reading the comments here. I'm gonna scroll up to we had Jean-Marc Bordeaux saying hello from France. Cheers, dude.
It's not that much worse, but it's worse. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
Right. He says he's sorry you don't drink. I appreciate you watching anyway.
Cheers for
Harry's accusing him saying
if you're still here, I'm just curious. If you're still watching, I am legitimately very curious. If you don't drink, what made you just stumble into a Canadian beer show? I'm very curious about this.
I was making a joke about like how like you're allowed to not drink in France.
All right. Well, I mean, I feel like France invented wine. Pretty much, they did.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean,
I've heard stories of
young children. Right now, it's 3:09 a.m. in the morning. Why are you up so early? The 3 greater than 9 a.m. That's B set time. That's when Carrie goes to bed.
Supposed to say best time. I had that.
Brandon saying at first I noticed a bit of skunkiness, definitely a bit more than Stella, but I find it smooth and refreshing. Yes, Stella's I wouldn't call it skunky, but it's very herbal hop note to come across that way. After I get halfway through, it becomes a lot better. You know what? That's a good point. Like Sol, actually, like a good beer, I feel like should taste good warm. I feel like Sol doesn't degrade as it warms up either. That's one of the best things about this beer is that, like, I love it cold, but it doesn't taste bad warm either. So
I feel
Corona tastes like ass warm.
The bottles are small enough that, like, for me at least, I'm not even really experiencing. It's warming up. By the time I'm done this, it's still going to be nicely chilled. You know what I mean? Like, it's not having a can of this would be, again, like a small can, fine. A tall boy of this would get way warmer before you finish it, kind of thing.
So Brandon says I find a bit of skunkiness from the first sip. The only way I can usually drink Coronas is if someone offers me one with lime. If it's an option, yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's $17.79 for 6-pack here in NB for Soul. This is totally different style beer for a hot summer day. They're technically the same, but yeah, I feel like there's way more flavor in the Soul. Here in NB, Corona is only 20 cents more, which is not worth it. Comparing 6-pack, blah blah. Or we're near as corny than a bad dad joke. It goes down smoother than Stella for me. I love Stella. It does go very smooth. Right. So yeah, like you know what? I was reading the comments, so I didn't even do the math on the or draw my graphic for this because I've had way too many souls tonight.
Oh. You should have
like,
made Rob.
do you even have the graphic like ready to go, or do you like?
No.
How do you not do that before we even start? What's wrong with you?
Well, I've had too many souls.
It's because he was drinking too many souls.
I was drinking souls. What are you doing?
Drinking souls is supposed to be my thing. I'm a ginger.
Slack here, dude. I think
It turns out that this low alcohol beer will get you drunk in high enough numbers.
Math.
We need to do like a 12-hour stream one day of drinking like the 0.5% non-alcoholic. See how far we can push it.
It's like one Smurf probably won't get you off, but all herd of Smurfs might get you off.
Our Smurf
I'll believe you if you say so.
I don't know. Just curious.
Smurfette is a very strong feminist symbol.
She's very strong, but also probably kind of worn out, I'd assume, or something.
I would imagine
she's the only one. Well,
if
you guys remember back to the actual cartoon,
they're asexual. They have no parts.
Somehow the Smurfs were all men. Like
I would like to think there.
It's because Gargamel made her.
That's what I remember hearing about the Gargamel made
Smurfette. The Smurfs like metastasize, whatever, like split in two, or like asexual? Do they?
I would like to think I would think Smurfs are just pansexual. They just fuck everything.
They just
other Smurfs, other animals, doesn't matter.
It's like the Alien franchise. Depending on what they have sex with, new species of Smurf come out.
Well, they don't have sex in the Alien franchise. They fucking put the face.
No,
that's so cute.
I'm just comparing the whole mutation-ish thing, I guess. I don't know.
Thanks, Greg. It's gonna die.
What? Okay.
What's gonna die? And why did you look at Rob's penis when you said that?
I didn't want to say it, but that's what I saw too.
Tonight.
His phone.
Oh,
his cellular telephone device.
Yeah, which is right in his crotch area. You're looking at it going, it's gonna die. Funny. I'm like, geez, Rob, I'm sorry I'm killing your wood, but I'm just doing my beer review here.
Greg kills all the stiffies.
It's true. I've been known for it. I'm not allowed into
You're
gay
painting
bars.
her nails. You have matching nails.
Very, very nice.
It's Easter.
Oyster.
Yeah, you should never pronounce that word that way again.
Well, that's
it's
you know where the word Easter comes from, right?
No, Nick, tell us where it comes from.
The word it's like ostrus, which means basically ovulating. It's a fertility festival that's been expropriated by the Christian faith.
Probably.
Yeah, no, that's what it is.
I'm not even gonna fact check you. I'm just gonna say you're probably right.
You know, I'm down with Easter. Like I fuck religion stuff, but
Easter's the holiday to fuck.
Friday and Monday are both stat holidays, so I get paid to not work on those 2 days. I have a 2-day work week this week. On Friday, my shift is weird. Usually, my day shifts are 6:30 in the morning till 4:30, but I have a 6 until 4. I'm working the elections. If the elections are happening at the one arena, and I'm working. Really happy. God damn it!
There you go. I mean, Halloween is obviously the best holiday, but other holidays are good too.
I like it's so dumb that the day of the elections is not like a national fucking holiday. Although it kind of is. It kind of is this year randomly, but
It should be.
Well, this is a
You do
hot
get 3
take.
hours.
did you guys? Sorry, go.
You
Greg.
do
was gonna
kind of
say-
get time off from work to.
You get 3
You
hours.
can't. You are entitled to some time off, but the whole day should just be a holiday. Sorry.
My quick opinion on 5 seconds. My opinion: number one should be a national. Well, everyone should have the day off to vote. Number two, voting should be compulsory, and you should be fined if you don't vote. Simple as that.
I actually agree with that. Unless you have
No fine.
unless you
Jail
have,
time.
there needs to be some kind of like exemptions for like people that
That's the thing. If you choose
some
to
people
not
that
vote,
some
if you
people that
choose
can't
to not vote,
make it
That's
or
the thing.
whatever for whatever reason, like if you're out of the country or something, or like there has to be exempt like for the whole fine thing. I agree that you should have to, but there should be some leeway. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
because number one, it's bullshit that 20% of the province or country or whatever seems to pick who the leader is. But let me tell you something. So I worked the polls. Yeah, you take that sound clip, Jamie. I worked the polls for the Ontario election. I worked it to completion. So yes, I might be working the ones for the federal election. I haven't gotten a call yet. Anyways, my point being, so some guy walked in, right? And he says, my mom is paralyzed. She's nonverbal, still alive, obviously. And he wanted to vote for her. And he's like, can I vote for her? And it's like, no, you can't vote for her. But like our supervisor, she got on the phone with Elections Ontario, and they're like, we are sending somebody who is a specialist in dealing with people who are disabled. And
you know what we're sending? We're sending Montreal to the playoffs because they just got the empty netter. They're gonna.
Thanks, Nick. We're talking about disabled women here voting, but thank you
for
letting us know
about
about
the future of our goddamn country and stuff.
Who
I mean, the future of the hockey playoffs here.
Toilet seats going to the hockey playoffs.
I hear you.
Anyway,
so, Greg, what you're saying, I didn't realize that.
All I'm trying to say is that they literally will make every effort to allow you to vote
They'll accommodate.
They will accommodate. Yeah. And from what I understand, now granted, this becomes a little more complicated. If you've got certain disabilities that require very specific machines, like for instance, if you're like you're like completely paralyzed from the neck down, they actually have machines that allow you to vote literally using your mouth. Now they don't have a lot of them, so you do have to go into a specific office to use that thing, or they might arrange to bring it to you. But they do actually have various devices for people who are really disabled.
That's the thing. Making it so that voting is super accessible to everybody makes it more like it makes me more like agree even more with your. It should be compulsory.
There's no fucking reason to vote, and it pisses me off. Listen, here's the thing. I don't like Ford. I don't like Polyev, but here's the thing. If fucking 95% of the country votes and they vote either one of those people in, I'll accept it because that's democracy. That's just how democracy works. It pisses me off when 20% of the country votes these people in. And it's just come on, guys.
If nobody else, like say Alberta and Saskatchewan have like a 90% turnout and the rest of the country does like fucking 10, then we're going blue. You know what I mean? Like it's
which pisses me off because that's not a country voting. That's literally like a few people who are dedicated voting and everyone else saying, I don't give a fuck. And I mean, again, we already saw what happened in the States. We don't need to go into that. But the reality is it was like, well, I like Kamala, but she has a funny laugh, so I don't want to vote for her. So yeah. And now
she literally
now we got
described what is happening right now during their one debate. Like she said what would happen, and it's happened.
Yeah, it has. And unfortunately, I mean, that's the States. We got to live with that. But hopefully we do better in Canada. Again, I'm not.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not a fucking liberal lover either. I think they have their problems. I think they're probably the better option in the next election.
Currently, it's for me a less than no-brainer. Again, just looking at the qualifications of Carney.
So going back to the beer here. We're gonna
Rob just grabbed that poll like he has something to say, but he's holding back.
I was going to say that Montreal is now in the playoffs, and Cerveza Soul got a 9.4 at first style, and overall enjoyment 7.9.
You brought it down.
Well, yeah, you know what? Technically, me and Greg did because we did it together. So, we still fucking loved it. Even though I was raving for it, even though I gave it a 7.5, I just thought I can't give it higher than like most of the IPAs I get because
Like 2 weeks.
I'm out of beer. I want to go
Again, man.
grab another one.
It depends on like that. Sometimes you enjoy something more when you have it. I don't know, just like the way you were raving about it. I expected.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things. Like if I was on an island, I would be drinking the shit out of this. It is a stupid refreshing beer.
On an island in
A dark and stormy winter island.
Do like that.
I don't remember the Weezer.
Island in the sun.
It's a good beer. I'm glad you recommended it. Like it's for the price and the drink. Like everyone's had like a bunch of them. Like,
Except for us.
Yeah.
It's the first time in a hot minute since we've actually done like a beer analysis on a beer we haven't tried, a new beer for the channel kind of thing. I'm honestly astonished that this one's never been done on the channel because
no, it hasn't.
This
I don't think we've ever done. I'd have to check, but I don't think we've ever done Dos Equis either. So that's one that we could do in the future. I'm not sure if I could still get Dos Equis here. Yeah, that used to be everywhere. I can't get Dos Equis. What the fuck? What? I can't get Dos Equis. What the fuck? All right, so that's out. All right, so I was gonna suggest we had some Flying Monkey shit come in. So
you need to make a list. Oh my god, that's been around for a while here. That's the Velvet Bubble Lord, right?
Oh, fuck's sakes, camera. Yes, Velvet Bubble Lord.
I don't know if it's still here, but it was here. I can look
can you check? Because I was going to suggest.
I'm checking right now. If we can get it.
If not, we can re-anal Sparkle Puff.
I'm all for Sparkle Puff, but
start putting together a list.
I use not doing that kind of research.
No. This isn't research. Let me finish.
Why do you think I do so many BYOBs?
Finish what I'm saying.
It's
you just said Dos Equis. You can't get there.
I can easily get it. I'm not gonna say do a beer mail for Dos Equis.
No, make a list of like make it
check it twice.
6 or 12 years. And I have no problem finding beers and sending to you to fucking get one of these things going, man. Like
Big Dick Saint Nick.
Make a list of popular beers that we could probably find in Ontario with no problem. Maybe even Mr. Show Up on Time, Dan in Alberta. And
how about checking the North Bay LCBO to see if you can get this beer?
So Velvet, I haven't checked North Bay, obviously. Velvet Bubble Lord is available. It's not that available, which makes you think it's probably old stock. But yes, I could get it if I had to.
How old is this?
For some reason,
February 25th. So
for some reason, I feel like I can. If I can't, I'm gonna look at Velvet. Fuck you, Velvet Bubble search.
Just literally type in Velvet.
Velvet Bubble search.
I thought maybe some wine might come up with fucking.
It does, but there's only like 4 of them. So.
Anyway, I got it here. It's not available. There, I can get it shipped to the store, but I think.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask people to get it shipped to the store.
Where?
I think. They got it on the shelf at Slobies here in town, possibly.
Well, how about you check and let me know if we can't get this for next week, then we can do a reanalysis of Sparkle Puff. Does that sound good?
I'm good for Sparkle Puff. Why not?
Okay. I can totally get that.
Let me.
Sparkle Puff, probably.
Yeah, Brandon says he'll mail one to you.
What was the other one that we're looking at? Bubble what?
Velvet Bubble Lord, or possibly a backup of Sparkle Puff.
Uriel Hernandez
says, "What y'all think about the U.S.?" We've got American friends, but it's a shit show.
We are talking about beer.
Great
They're
people.
going back to beer.
Government?
Right to beer.
Yeah. Somebody brought up politics while I was watching a hockey game, so I imagine there's a whole bunch of.
We like the U.S. people. We don't particularly like your government right now. So
we felt the algorithm. Now
that's it. Yeah, it's the algorithm. We kicked up some controversy. We got 8 viewers now, but
hey, you know what? Thanks for watching our show. We appreciate.
Thanks for watching your show.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Trump sucks, but
everybody here, hit the thumbs up button if you haven't.
We got
and people in the chat
too.
We can get it.
We don't hate you. We don't.
Whatever.
Okay. All right.
Get it?
Yeah.
Well, let's tentatively say that, and then we'll see by
Carrie will check the Sovies.
It's in Hawkesbury,
but you'll also have to let me know if you can get it.
Lately, when are you going back to North Bay out of curiosity?
Another week.
I have one more week in placement, so not till.
So you'll be here next. You'll still be there next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay, so bringing one back to Carrie. Is Rob going back before that? That he could potentially bring one back to Carrie?
I might be going to see you.
Drive to me, you bastard.
Ooh, there you go.
Want to visit me? Oh my goodness.
If we do it, so
here's
the deal. Here's the deal.
Pool's
I think this is a smart decision if everyone's listening to me.
Okay, listening.
Before I leave North Bay or Alexandria, I can grab the Velvet Bubble, whatever it's called, and bring it to Carrie. So we don't do it next week; we do it the week after.
Well, if you want to save this for 2 weeks from now, sure. The only thing.
Tomorrow, I'm going to Sobeys to check, and then we'll know.
Greg.
Sobeys.
2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now. That's my birthday, so we can do a Greg show.
Oh shit, we're gonna do Greg beers 2 weeks from now. So maybe we save this for 3 weeks from now. How about we just fucking re-anal? We'll get this beer because we'll do it. We'll re-anal Sparkle Puff next week. How's that sound?
It is decided.
And then 2 weeks from now, you bring a beer that either reminds you of Greg or makes you say "fuck you, Greg." There you go.
Facts. Get some facts
it'll be facts 10%, and we'll say "fuck you,
Get the
Greg."
extra tall can.
I feel Lady Lee drinking facts 10% while swearing my name will just be really hot.
Hey, you know what, Radar? if you were to come on for the May 16th episode or whatever's closest to it, we'll do fucking Radar beers, which are probably just Sparkle Puff. So
no, he likes I think he likes Octopus Wants to Fight, and I think he likes Headstock, if I'm not mistaken.
It'd be like anything heavy ABV, like double IPA or more.
Beers
that Radar would wake up in a ditch to.
Oh fuck yeah.
Beers that Radar would drive 400 meters to his local liquor store drunk for.
Everyone go and get your freshest can of Bone Shaler.
So nothing.
Oh, that's right. Radar likes Bone Shaler.
No, we don't hate the U.S. at all. We got lots of American friends. We're just kind of concerned the way that things are going with the government. So grab a couple of each so prepared.
There we go.
Bone Shaker. Oh, you know what? Radar wants Bone Shaker.
Oh, we said Bone Shaker.
I am fucking fine with doing Bone Shaker. Oh yeah, we can do a try analysis.
Go down 2 more comments. Look at the way you spell bicycle. It's making me laugh.
Anything bicycle brewery. Tim, you know what the funny part is? That is how you pronounce bicycle.
Oh, it is.
Ramskack. We already did Ramskack, and you never showed
That's the thing. I'm looking at that word.
I can't get headstock.
I'm looking at that word, how he spelled it. It seems right, but it's not.
So that'd be like Radar beers would be like Bone Shaker, Headstock, Ransack the Universe, Fax 10.
Well, like, just giving the beer away. This is what you'd pick for me.
Okay, so if that's only if he shows up on the 16th. So when is
you have to make the commitment to show up.
I'm going to make sure I don't bring one of those. I'm just going to go something.
The 14th. So next week.
I'm not.
I'm telling you what to bring.
So next week we'll do reanalysis of Sparkle Puff, and then we'll do Greg beers.
Yeah, Greg beers.
Oh, great.
Greg beers. Well, but get this one anyway. We are going to do this.
And I don't listen. If Rob is on that episode, I want Rob to pick his own beer. I don't want Lady Lee to guide him. I want Rob to pick his own Greg.
I've got nothing in it.
On which one for your birthday?
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
pick
for my
beer
birthday.
that reminds
You
of
need
him.
you need
Oh,
to
it's
just find a
die.
beer that somehow reminds me of you.
Oh,
You just
okay.
gave it away.
Okay, well, we'll be fine. I'll find
All right.
something.
So I gotta cut this off here. Thanks for everybody watching because I gotta walk a piss some fucking hard. So any of those doesn't need to be just one. You can do multiple radar beers. Yes, Octopus wants to fight today.
Oh,
Right.
maybe an octopus versus bone shaker radar night. That'll be fun.
Kubi with some chalet sauce. There you go.
Guess who's not
All
showing
right,
up?
so we'll thank Jean-Marc Bordeaux for tuning in, even though he doesn't drink. Uriel Hernandez, thanks for tuning in, even though the U.S. is a fucking shit show right now. We got Brandon, even though he wants Polly Ever to get in. So let's Radar, even though Octopus wants to fight. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Beers for Days. We already answered the question. We're doing reanalysis of Sparkle Puff next week. So let's have a good night, and we will talk to you folks later.
And don't forget to enjoy your penis, Carrie's penis.
Band.
Don't forget Carrie's penis.
Oh my god, I can't even handle that right now.